Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We want to apologize for not getting a video out the last couple of weeks. To be honest, we've been busy visiting. Brandi come home from Alaska and we spent, well, she was here almost 2 weeks. We spent that entire time just spending it with her. Went up to the lake, had good quality family time there, and then she just left out yesterday morning and headed back for another 6-week stint out in her remote village. So prayers for her and safe travels. In our last video, we were in the middle of January getting Brandi to Alaska and her adapting to her new surroundings. And then we talked about getting an estimate on rig repair from where I did the 3-point shot with the bunkhouse against the basketball goal and scheduling its repair as well. We ended up going with our local RV dealer as they were convenient, and at the time of scheduling I was prepping to go to Alaska to visit Brand, and they worked with me, said they'd have it done by the time I returned. Well, that didn't quite work out as planned, but stay tuned for an upcoming video about those repairs and my experience. So in today's video, we wrap up January. We talk about prepping our site here at the home base for an upgrade, and we also handled some things here around the home base. Had to schedule Brandi's company car from her previous employer to be picked up. And then, we also talk about what do you do with a teenage driver when you full-time RV? Well, having a home base is an advantage because we were able to knock out some lessons for Michaela and then do the testing deed. So stay tuned. We'll talk about our experience with a teenage driver. And we know here during the COVID-19 pandemic, things are starting to open up present day. We wanted to wish everybody well that's staying at home, quarantining. For those that are able to get out and have started to travel, we wish everybody safe travels and an awesome view. So me and Ken's went out for lunch.
Delicious.
Michaela went, where'd she go? Oh, to look at dresses.
For prom.
For prom. And Brand just landed safely in Savunga on St. Lawrence Island in Alaska.
So after returning to Nome for a week, I have been reassigned to a village on the St. Lawrence Island of Savunga. The plan is for me to complete a couple of weeks of training there with 2 other colleagues that work there full-time. That's their clinic, in hopes that they will get my house ready in Brevik so I can return back to my village. We're trying to arrange for Troy to meet me in Nome so we can fly out to Brevik together, and that way he can help me bring all my boxes and stuff that I've ordered from Amazon to the house and set everything up. So we're just gonna play it by ear and see how that works.
Where to now?
Home, I guess.
Okay, guess we're going home. So we have a plan in the very near future to go ahead and get our gravel pad put down here at our home base. I went ahead and put in some stakes to mark it off. We're going to go 80 feet in length, about 5 feet in front of the truck there, if you can see that first post, and then 25 feet across, and then we'll make an L shape on the camp side of the rig. So once I get it marked off with the marking tape, it's our plan to use probably 4x6s and outline the area where the marking tape is and then level that in with gravel. So I haven't decided if I'm going to use 4x6s or 6x6s. Cost wise, I'll probably do 4x6s. I think they'll serve the purpose. It's just a barrier and also for cosmetic purposes. And then we're also going to put in a little walkway to the sticks and bricks from the rig here too. So that's down the line, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this marked off get it prepped up for some gravel. So we got the call last night that the company is coming to pick up Brand's company car today. So we've had it ready for 2 weeks, right after her last day, essentially, because we were unsure when they were going to come get it. So it's actually been longer than that. Today's the 10th of January. Her last day was the 20th of December, technically. So we were expecting them to come anytime. The gentleman called me last night because Brandi gave him my number since she's out of state, and said that he would be over sometime today. He called me, said he'd be here in 30 minutes. So I'm just going over it one more time, make sure everything's out of it, and have it ready for him when he gets here. Good morning, viewers. So we are headed out this morning to an RV show. The Atlanta Camping RV shows in town this weekend at the Atlanta Exposition Center. It's typically Atlanta has 3 RV shows, and this is probably the larger of the 3. Definitely has more vendors, a wider variety of rigs typically, is what we've noticed in the last 3 years or so that we've been going. So with Brandi being in Alaska, this year I'm going down to the show with a friend that I used to work with at the fire department, Jason. He has a rig as well and is a camping enthusiast. His wife is out of town for business as well, so we decided we'd get together and make a guy's trip to the RV show this morning. So I'm waiting on him to swing by and pick me up. He's going to have his son with him, Mason, and we're going to head out downtown and check out some rigs. I apologize, I don't have much to offer for Maine footage of the RV show. Somehow my files got corrupted, except for some B-roll here of us walking through in and out rigs, and then I was able to salvage our final thoughts as we were leaving the show. See anything this year that you didn't see last year, or
no? It looked about the same. Nothing really
jumped
exciting,
out.
No.
My feet are asleep.
It's probably the larger of the 3 shows here in Atlanta, but not much change this year. So we enrolled Michaela in some driving lessons, not only for added security, our sanity, everybody else's safety, And typically the insurance company offers a discount. Plus, it'll do her some good. So her first lesson is today, and they pick her up at the school. She's nervous as a hen in a wolf house. And I had told her that there would probably just be one car here to pick her up. Well, there are two. Those gentlemen there are both from the school that's giving her the lesson. So I told her she's just going to have to ask. She's going to have to talk to somebody. She doesn't do good talking to other people.
Kayla survived her driving lessons. 3 different sessions at 2 hours per session. Now she's ready, she says.
Sometimes letting go as a parent is very difficult. So you want to hold your kids' hands and make them sure they're safe and help them along through life. And sometimes you just gotta let it roll and have them do their own. Today's one of them days. Michaela's testing for her driver's license. I wish I could be in the car with her, but I can't. So she's doing it herself. Good luck, babe. Michaela's up there with her instructor, fixing to do her testing. Fingers crossed. She was between the cones on a parallel parking, so maybe she got it. Now we're backing up into a space. Straighten it up. Very good. We're not in the parking lot, so maybe we passed our parking phase and we're road testing, because we've seen a couple people testing parking and just coming back over and leaving, so fingers crossed. What happened?
I was shaking.
She does.
Look, see?
She's still trembling.
That's not funny. I was saying I did say that's me.
She who has a lead foot was deducted for going too slow.
I know.
Strange. Congratulations, baby.
Thank you. I didn't knock into the cones over all the way this time.
You're still not driving today. Y'all be careful. What's the first thing you do when you
Buckle up.
no, when you put the car in park or
Buckle up.
wherever you get where you're going? What's the first thing you do after you put the car in park?
Turn my lights off.
No.
What? Unbuckle?
You're missing the point here.
Yeah, I am. What is it?
You call your father and let him know you got there okay.
Okay.
Her first drive. It is 6:40 in the morning. And she got her license yesterday, so her first drive on her own is to school this morning. It is 1 mile from the house. It's about a 5-minute drive, so I should have a phone call in about 10 minutes because it'll take her 5 minutes to park. Hopefully. So Fingers crossed. That's if we get out of the driveway.
I'm at school and I'm parked.
You are?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm in the lines too.
did you get it on the first time?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, we're good. I did good.
Okay, that's good. Now make sure before you leave, you call me and let me know you're on the way.
On the way home?
Yes. Then you come straight home. Okay?
Okay, love you.
Love you. Proud of you. Have a good day.
I will.
Alright.
Yes.
She's there. She made it in the parking place. First time.
They're between the lines.
Between the lines.
I think kids go. As long as Kenzie's running with her, I feel a little safer. Because Kenzie will
Yes, Kenzie
do
will tell
like
her.
you or me or say something. Like, what are you doing, Michaela? She said, I'm a nervous wreck too. I can't hardly.
Well, you can relax now. So those at Full-Time RV, having a home base with a teenage driver is a great resource. It not only opens up opportunities for lessons, but it gives you a place for a testing facility. For those that don't have a home base, whatever home state you use for your mailing address, consider using that for your teenage driver's testing facility. So as you can see, Michaela made it home from her first day of school, her first driving day. No more worrying, well, for at least tonight. But there's always tomorrow, the next day after that, and many years to come. You'll always worry about your babies, but when they start driving, that heart does beat a little bit faster. So, we hope you enjoyed our video. Consider subscribing, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and as always, safe travels and awesome views.
That's not all, folks.
With Brandi being in Alaska, I don't have anybody to go this year. Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Design flaw.
Parallel parking. Take one. Take two. You're still out in the road. You do what? Yeah, you're between them. You've already hit this car. No.
I don't know. I'm so nervous. I'm going to be late for work. Just shut up, okay? I think she's there.
God be with us. Hashtag need more patience.